Parkour, the art of movement. Parkour can be defined as moving through an area by running, jumping, and climbing. Now, there have been many debates on if parkour is a sport or if it isn't a sport, so today I'm going to try my best to answer that question. To answer the question, we have to understand what a sport is and if parkour falls into the category or if it's just a hobby. Now, a sport can be defined as an activity involving physical exertion and skill which an individual or team competes against each other for entertainment. So a thing a lot of people misunderstand is the difference between a sport and physical activity. Now, parkour is 100% a physical activity. So typically when we're looking for sport instead of a physical activity, we're looking for physical exertion, skill, training, competition, and some type of performance with a goal. The entire purpose of it is just personal development. So by those listings, parkour does fit in each of those. Now, there are definitely competitions like Red Bull Art of Motion that are professional competitions and on a professional scale. Now, you're not going to win millions of dollars, but you can win pretty good money from these competitions. And if you get your own sponsors, you could make pretty good money being a parkour athlete. So earlier I made a post asking if parkour was a sport, and it was a 75% to 25% split. So now I'm just going to put some comments up and read them, so let's do it. Tricking is a sport, but I'd say parkour is more of a skill/hobby. So yeah, you're kind of right. Tricking is basically, it's like gymnastics, but cooler. A lot of people don't understand the difference between parkour and free running, and I think that free running is way more of a sport than parkour is. And if you don't know the difference, parkour is basically just jumping and stuff and running, and then free running is parkour but with flips in it. So parkour doesn't actually have any flips. It's just like doing this, and then free running is like doing flips as part of it. Parkour is a sport like gymnastics and tumbling. It's just more on the stylish side. So I actually kind of disagree with that, respectfully. But tricking is more like gymnastics. Parkour, I would say, is more like running than flipping. So there's really not any flips in parkour, and tricking is definitely more on the sport side. I would say parkour is most definitely a sport. There are many competitions and sponsored athletes in it, so I believe it is a sport. So yeah, I agree with that one. As I said before, there's competitions. So I would say it's more of a sport if you're doing it competitively than just by yourself. I think it is. It can be competitive and uses physical skill. So yeah, just like I was saying before, parkour is very competitive at times, but a lot of the time it's by yourself. So you can kind of just figure out for yourself, am I doing a sport or am I just practicing for personal growth and development? I hope that clears things up a little bit. It's mostly based on your opinion, and in my opinion, parkour is a sport.